Okay, so good morning everyone. So in today's video, I will be discussing about a Bitcoin price update, and syempre pinaka main agenda is my Elliott wave count for the Ethereum chart in the macro perspective, no? So to begin with, dito muna tayo kay Bitcoin sa weekly time frame. Again, as a recap, no, we have plotted this before. Siguro may lalabas diyan sa end of the video na link para dun sa mas detailed na version nitong aking Elliott wave count with a Bitcoin. So, with my wave count, no, so what I did is I treated this as a wave 1, 2, and then wave 3, and then correction, wave 4, and then wave 5 is finished or tapos na. So, dito, what I did is I treated this one as a ABC correction. So, this one is a full cycle, no, 5 waves up. And alam natin after 5 waves up, ang sunod dyan is a 3 wave down, no, to make a correction. So as of right now, I am expecting the price action to reach this area around 3.9k-ish area or 4k-ish, 3.5 to 4k-ish area. Bakit ganon? Bakit siya sa tingin ko is posible? Kasi meron tayong CME gap in the 3.5k area. Again, I've been mentioning this siguro mga 2 years na simula nung sinimulan ko tong YouTube channel na to. Pwede nyong panoorin yung mga videos kung ganun kayo kasipag, kung ganun kayo kadudero at dudera, pwede nyong panoorin. So again, we have finished this one full cycle. And ang sunod dyan is 3 waves down. So namely, so I plotted or I called them the WXY waves kasi complex sila, di ba? So this is going to be the wave W, wave X, and then meron tayong missing wave Y. di ba? So this is going to be my wave Y. So I think pwede siyang pumunta or mag-reach around 6K to again 3.5K-ish area to finally form the wave 2 before it continues to go or to form the wave 3. So let's say itong ating wave 2 na ito is mag-form dito ng bullish divergence from the price action, and the RSI most probably mag-continue yan to make a wave 3. But again, that is going to be very very far, no? Medyo matagal pa yon. So dito muna tayo mag-focus sa mas recent na price action. As we can see, we're going to go to the daily time frame. We are currently seeing, di ba nakita na natin, meron tayo ditong A, B, C correction, and then meron tayo ditong daily order block, no? That is very visible. And upon the habang nag-approach si price action dito sa order block na to, and this is also a recent swing high, di ba? Habang nag-approach siya dyan, nag-form siya ng series of higher highs, higher high, pero sa ating RSI is series of high, lower high, and lower high. Ganon din sa ating tawag dito, MACD. So that is going to be a bearish divergence, and it is very very obvious. So if you think or if you would want this price action to break above, no, so we want to see more volume, and also we want to see a weekly open and close above this area or above, siguro let's say above 48.4k-ish area, just to confirm na hindi siya magre-reject. But again, hindi pa rin yan mako-confirm. Again, pwede yan maging fake out, di ba? But again, tingnan natin, no, kung anong susunod na mga mangyayari. If we're going to zoom in the 4-hour time frame, no, makikita natin dito that Bitcoin looks like it is inside let's plot this one. It is currently inside a potential rising wedge pattern. Let's try siguro 4H, and then this one, this is going to be its support. Diba? So, this could be it, no? So, let's say this is going to be a rising wedge, no? So, kasi sobrang laki ng wick, so I decided na medyo i-disregard ng konti. So, let's say that this is going to be a rising wedge pattern. If I'm going to get the target, so let's say this is going to be its target for the rising wedge. Let's say it breaks down, let's say dito sa part na to siya magkaroon ng breakdown, this is going to target at around the 38.4k-ish area, no? So siguro lagyan natin dito, ayan, 38.4k-ish area if ever it breaks down at this point, no? And if it breaks out, no, let's say syempre let us give the bulls the benefit of the doubt, no? Let's say nag-break out, pwede pa siyang umabot hanggang dito, which is it is going to maybe target around the 51k-ish area. But again, I think that 50k area is going to play or become a big role, no, or a psychological support and resistance area. Kasi nga again, 50k, di ba? Maraming sell orders ang most probably nakaabang doon, di ba? So, ayun lang siguro for the Bitcoin chart, no? Again, hindi pa naman invalidated itong ating order block, no? So, hindi pa siya fully filled. So, pwede pa siyang umangat at around 46.8k area and then tsaka siya magkaroon ng breakdown. So, if that is going to happen, ibig sabihin, magtatagal pa siya dito sa loob ng ating wedge, forming still our bearish divergence, and then tsaka pa siya magkakaroon ng potential breakdown from this rising wedge pattern na nakikita natin sa 4-hour time frame. No? So, that be the beginning of the wave Y na minention natin dito kanina sa ating weekly time frame. That could be it. Kasi again, kung titingnan nyo, di ba? Napakaganda. No, napakaganda ng pwesto ng order block, no, para maraming bulls. Again, if this is really going to be it, tingnan natin, no. Let us see. Again, nothing is guaranteed. If hindi niyo naintindihan, pwede niyo i-rewind ng konti, but as of right now, I am going to proceed with the Ethereum chart. So this is why I think Bitcoin is going to go down, no? So tingnan nyo, so this is going to be my Ethereum chart on the weekly time frame as well, no? I counted this one as my wave 1, wave 2, and then wave 3, wave 4, and then this is my wave 5. So again, pagkatapos ng ating 5 waves off, that is going to complete our wave 1. This is going to be our wave 1. So ang sunod dyan, syempre is, kung tingnan nyo, this is our wave 1, wave 2. Again, wave 2 and 4 are corrective waves. So, if wave 2 ang sunod natin na hinahanap, gusto natin makakita ng at least 3 waves down. Kasi if ABC or WXY, pwede na yon, di ba? At least. Di ba? So, dito, I treated this as my 3 waves down. W, X, and Y. Again, this is going to be a complex correction. So, this is going to be W, X. I think complete na yung wave X natin. Again, katulad ni Bitcoin, the missing wave is the wave Y. So, if this is going to be the missing wave, wave Y, so we can expect a downward movement from here on. No, I'm not saying na ngayon na mismo, pero siguro a week or two, pwede tayo makita ng movement to the downside, no? So mamaya pakita ko din siguro yung traditional charts para mayroon kayong idea kung ano yung pinagsasabi ko. But again, ayan na siya. This is going to be the complex wave W, X, Y, and then complex wave X composed of wave A, B, C, D, E. So pwede yan. And then the next wave, syempre wave Y, it is going to go down, in my very honest opinion. So, if you're going to look at this, ayan, nakita nyo yung trade setup ko. Meron ako nakaabang na short order or short position with Ethereum. Kasi nga, nagpapakita na siya ng weakness dito sa ating daily time frame. So, if this is going to be the end of wave E, syempre, ang sunod dyan is, again, wave X is composed of wave A, B, C, D, E. So, ang sunod dyan is wave Y. So, wave Y is going to be a downward movement or basta pababa siya. O corrective move, corrective wave. No? Hindi ko pa kasi masyadong kabisado yan. No? So, meron na tayo ditong maliit na break of structure. I am waiting for the price to retrace around this area before taking a short position para masakyan ko siya pababa before it breaks down. Ganun na ako. Hindi ko na iniintay yung mag-break dito. Iniintay ko yung mga signs dito, signs of weakness, and then yung wave Y, gusto ko siyang buong masakyan. No, again, hindi naman yung greediness, that is just my strategy. No, kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayo ditong high and higher high, high, higher high, pero sa ating RSI is high and lower high, ganun din sa ating MACD. So, nawawala na siya ng juices to go up further, no? So, ayan, that is going to be my strategy for this Ethereum chart, no? So, yun yung gagawin ko. Kayo, bahala kayo, no? Hindi ko naman sinasabing gayahin nyo ako. Pwede naman, but again, it is going to be depending on your strategy, no? So, pasensya na kayo, 2024 na, pero medyo pumipiyok-piyok pa ako. No, inom muna ako ng tubig dito, guys. No, hindi ko nakikita kung may nagko-comment ba. So, mamaya ko na lang re-replyan after ng stream. O, check natin tong... Okay, wala pa nagko-comment sa TikTok live natin. Pero okay lang, walang problema dyan. No, so, siguro, sana malinaw sa inyo yung pinagsasabi ko. No? So, complex wave yan, A, B, C, D, E. Hindi pala. May tawag dito triangle, ascending triangle, something like that. No? So, sunod dyan is going to be wave Y. Could it be WXY? Pwede. Pero I think this is going to be 5 waves down. No? Siguro 5 waves down. One, something like this. Paano ko ba ito drawing? Hanapin ko yung ballpen hanapin ko yung ballpen. Ito, brush. Something like this. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like that. Before it proceeds to wave 3. So, pwedeng ganyan. Wave 3. Yan. Something like that. No? Again, itong buong to, itong buong ito, wave 1. No? And then itong buong ito, wave 2. Ayan, wave 2. And then ito, no, mas mataas pa yan, I think. Most probably, mas malaki yan. This is going to be wave 3. No? Again, that is wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No? So, ganun siya. Para sa akin. No? So, yun lang. Tingnan natin kung anong mangyayari. No? So, siguro ito, pwede kong i-save tong chart ko na to. Ayan, ugaliin nyo rin mag-save ng charts. No? So, siguro, pwede ko nang ipakita sa inyo yung aking dahilan kung bakit, tawag dito, kung bakit sa tingin ko ganito yung pwedeng mangyari. No? So, this is going to be my watch list on the DXY. So, this is going to be DXY on the monthly time frame. Again, meron tayong mga slight adjustments kasi pinacheck ko to sa aking coach and he corrected my wave count. So, tama nga naman. Na-realize ko na tama siya. No? So, again, this is going to be the dollar. So, after na ating, siguro, wag muna tayo sa Elliott wave count. This is going to be a falling wedge pattern. No? Basic muna. Falling wedge pattern, di ba? Nag-breakout dito sa point na to. And the target is going to be around the $183 or 183 DXY. No? Again, if that is going to happen, most probably, the crypto in the traditional market is going to go down. Ibig sabihin lang nun ay na-convert yung mga assets into the dollar. So again, if hahaluan mo natin ito ng Elliott wave counting, if this is going to be a wave A, no, corrective wave B, C, D, E, and then this is going to be or tapos na yung ating 5 waves down, so, or corrective waves. Ang sunod doon, syempre, is the impulsive waves, di ba? Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. Tapos na yung ating wave 1. Ang sunod dito is corrective wave, wave 2, ABC. Something like that. Pwede yung umabot hanggang dito around 85 DXY, but I doubt. But again, nothing is impossible naman. Pero tingnan natin, around 93 to 95 DXY, that is going to be a very strong support area in my very honest opinion, no? But again, tignan pa rin natin, no? If that is going to be the wave 2, end of wave 2 hanggang dito kay 93 to 95, kung mag-end na yun doon, most probably ang sunod syempre is the wave 3. And wave 3 is around here, no? Around dito yung aabutin niya, in my honest opinion. And then wave 4 and then wave 5. So sasapul, no? Sasapul siya dito sa ating at tawag dito basic na falling wedge target, no? So magandang siya, confluence, 'di ba? So ayun lang, that is going to be my honest opinion. Again, although this is going to be on the monthly, naman siya. Medyo lang, 'di ba? Medyo meron silang confluences. So siguro puntahan natin si Dow Jones. This is going to be Dow Jones, no? So this is going to be my chart with the Dow Jones or sa traditional markets, no? So if we are going to base our analysis sa traditional market, I prefer doing it with the Dow Jones compared kay S&P kasi I believe na mas malalaki yung companies dito kay Dow Jones. So for me, Dow Jones is gold or Bitcoin, parang ganun yung comparison, and then S&P is going to be silver or the Ethereum kung sa crypto market. No? So again, if you're going to look at this, pwede itong matreat as wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if that is going to be the case, no, pwede ko tong i-treat na or masabi natin na tapos na ang isang full cycle sa traditional market. So anong sunod sa full cycle? Pwede siya magkaroon ng corrective naman, 'di ba? Or 3 waves down. 5 3 5 3 5, 'di ba? So 3 waves down ang sunod dito. So if that is going to be the case, if the traditional market is going to go down, the most probable scenario is for the crypto market to follow as well. Again, mas madali po mag-liquidate or magbenta ng assets kay crypto kumpara sa traditional markets, no? So if you are a wise investor, syempre makikipagpabilisan ka na rin lang mag-liquidate, unahin mo yung pinakamabilis ibenta, which is going to be the cryptocurrencies. Again, 24/7 bukas ang crypto market, unlike the traditional markets na may oras lang kung kailan sila pwede mag-buy and sell, no? So again, this is going to be the best opportunity if nag-iisip tayo kung saan pwede mag-invest. Siguro ang the best way ngayon na pwede natin gawin is mag-ipon, no, para makapag maka-buy the dip, as in yung deepest dip, yung pwede nating mabili, and then pwede yung maging generational wealth in my very very honest opinion, no? So ano pa bang gusto niyo tingnan? Tingnan natin kung may comments na. Wala pa tayong comments na pwedeng ipakita, no? So siguro this is it for the YouTube video. Maraming salamat sa panonood. Kung hindi pa kayo nakapag-like, comment, subscribe, gawin nyo na, no? So that's going to be my Elliott Wave count for the crypto, for the traditional, and the different markets, no? So yun lang. Sana may natutunan kayo. Stop recording ko na. Bye-bye.